How long did it take you to feel comfortable tattooing?
Immediately.
This came out literally like the cartoon. I got Courage the Cowardly Dog. Let's talk about Riff Raff. We're on Riff Raff music video. How did you even get linked up with that?
They found me.
Playboy.
I am on Playboy Centerfold now. My next goal is to be an actual bunny. I still identify as an ugly person. I grew up the ugly duckling.
No way. Let's go. Talk about a glow up.
I eat like I have no culture.
You never had Asian
I like hibachi. Any unsolicited dick picture, you're labeled as a creep.
I've watched a lot of porn. Dicks on porn are terrifying, guys. I'm like Goldilocks. The dick can't be too big. It can't be too small. Gotta be just right. Gotta be able to fantasize.
You need a relatable penis.
I need a relatable penis. I need a solid 2-inch Asian penis. What's good? We started. How are you? Okay. Dude, we got a tattoo. I got a tattoo done by you. Look, guys. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's my work.
So all the viewers, that's why I look like a bum. I look weird. I look like I'm a homeless person. Like I lost one shoe.
On the way here, somebody stole it from you.
Could you imagine going to a bar and then seeing someone like with this look? How would you feel? Is this like a new thing I can make happen?
Honestly, no, because where your boots are also platform.
Yeah,
you'd be like.
It reminds me of fucking what is it, Lieutenant Dan from fucking Forrest Gump? Yeah.
Lieutenant Dan got no legs.
Right. So we're here with Sylina.
Hi.
Sylina Ruiz, right? Is that how you pronounce it?
That's close enough, yeah.
Huh?
It's close enough. I mean, like every
Ruiz?
White person says Ruiz.
What is it?
But in Spanish, it's pronounced Ruiz.
Ruiz. So since the last time we talked, okay, so if you guys don't know, we had a podcast, it was about last year. That's like July. Just got the cats. I remember that. And
they were such little fluffy little babies.
Yeah, at that time you were just modeling and doing OnlyFans.
I had been modeling for.
Well, I'm saying like you were at that time you were modeling.
Oh,
like,
you mean like
you weren't
only.
doing this yet?
Yeah.
You were modeling, doing OnlyFans, and you were doing health care. No, skincare.
Yeah.
Skincare.
Pretty much. It's I'm a beauty consultant, so I do personalized skincare, personalized advice on skincare and makeup.
Fuck yeah.
So it's kind of, in a nutshell, what they do at Ulta, just for Walgreens.
But now you've got a kink for an ink. Kink for ink, guys.
Yeah,
that's her Instagram.
Yeah, I was like, way to tag that in there.
Yeah. It's at a kink for ink.
Yeah, that is my tattoo Instagram. I love my handle, honestly.
Yeah,
I really do.
I can't believe you bagged that.
Me either. But no, so now I am a full-time beauty consultant, full-time tattoo artist, and I do my modeling and content creation.
And we were talking about it. You don't sleep.
Yeah. No,
it's crazy.
Never.
Money don't sleep, y'all.
I'm ready.
Hustler.
I really am ready to, it's literally all I've ever known. I'm ready to build up my clientele in the tattoo industry though, so that I can, don't get me wrong, like I love being a beauty consultant. It's what I've always been good at.
Yeah.
But I'm tired of it. Yeah. Being a tattoo artist is all I've ever wanted to do for my entire life. So
when I found out that you were doing tattooing like on through social media and keeping up with the Kardashians, it was really like I could see it, like, you know, like we talked about tattoos so much last time because you were so passionate about like getting tattoos and shit.
It's crazy because I, for at least 4 straight years, would go to like different tattoo shops, and either I didn't fit the look.
Yeah.
Or, you know, they already had an apprentice. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
you don't want a hot tattooed girl in your shop.
But that's the thing. I like wasn't tatted enough, or like I didn't have like facial piercings. Like I wasn't edgy enough.
But you know my tattoo artist.
So
like Asia doing no tattoos that's small.
First of all, that blows my mind.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, he's scared of needles.
But
I was nervous. I was getting nervous. I was like, motherfucker, how are you scared of needles?
If you can stab somebody else, I know. That doesn't make any sense.
That's like those dudes that like will do anal but won't get a finger up their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta. That was
one hell of a way to compare it. But I guess
if you really love anal, you gotta let a girl finger your asshole. Like it's just the same rule, or putting a butt plug up your ass. No, seriously, because like, what do you expect? Oh, also, this is a great time. Just like this conversation has been very clutch. Our sponsor of the day is Clutch Coffee. Thank you so much, Darren, the owner of Clutch Coffee. He's been on the podcast. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely check that episode out. Yeah, Clutch Coffee. They're in 3 states now: North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida. I have never had a bad drink there. Fucking love all their drinks. I got a tea today, which is new. I had a strawberry tea. It's gone now, as you can see. Fucking gas. And yeah, I one of the things I really like about them is they're not too expensive. I'm not saying that. I don't want to like point out their competitor, but it rhymes with Star Cox.
Star Yucks.
Star Yucks. There you go. Oh, that's way better. Yeah, I mean they're good, but like they're like $8, and then like. It just
I also
tastes like
don't
sugar.
think their coffee is
the
that
actual
good
coffee
at
itself
all.
is ass.
Yeah,
the actual,
and
like,
I think Clutch's coffee is
good
coffee. I've always thought that it was the first coffee place I ever found that I actually like, and I have never drank anything else.
Yeah.
But you're also like one of two people. You either get something different every time you go, or you get the same exact thing every time you go. When I pull up through the drive-thru, they already have my drink ready because they know I'm not going to get anything else. I swear to God. And I'm like, y'all know me too well. Like,
thank you so much, Clutch, for sponsoring this podcast. You guys are great.
For real.
Now back, we were talking about tattooing. How long have you been doing it now? Continue.
Along with my apprenticeship or like outside of my apprenticeship?
Both. Bofa.
Okay, so starting my apprenticeship, I have been like 6 months.
Facts. So 6 months tattooing. You doing really good for 6 months. This came out literally like the cartoon. It's so sick. I got Courage the Cowardly Dog for anyone listening and not watching.
So yeah, I was like, and not to toot my own horn or anything. I have gotten
to your own horn.
Okay. I have gotten so many compliments on it being like you're not producing newbie work. Like you are producing not expert work, obviously. Like there is still a lot that I have to learn, but I was already an artist at heart, and I am very much a perfectionist. So like I know what it looks like with my needle depth and my hand speed and like what I need to be doing and what I don't need to be doing.
Yeah, you weren't like blotting at all. Like you weren't going into deeper scarring or anything. You were really good. I have had a scar tattoo, so I would know. Yeah, the lightning bolt was pretty fucked. I was bleeding like hell too. But yeah, yours was good. I twitched a little bit because I'm a pussy, but it wasn't that bad. It was
the shin's tender. You can't, and there's a lot of nerves on like thinner skin. Like they're even if it doesn't hurt, your nerves can make an appendage
And
twitch,
if this is you at 6 months, I can't even imagine what you're going to be even later. I'm going to have to hit you up again. I'm
coming for ink
What
masters,
can you say?
I'm telling you.
She has a kink for ink.
I do. I have a kink for ink. I always have.
Is ink master your goal? Well, owning your own booth, of course, or like your own business.
My own business.
But then on top of that, because right now, what shop are we in? We're in
Ink and Body.
Ink and Body and Cornelius. Thank you for letting us use this place. It literally looks like I'm about to get a happy ending right now.
I
honestly, like, oh, you want happy ending? Like I work here. Like I'm like that guy.
We don't do that here. Anyways,
I'll do it.
No, but for real, I didn't tell them.
Yeah.
But they're not. So like they want me to run their social media anyways. So I think it's great exposure for everybody. Yeah. He's honestly great. He's a really good manager.
This place is well designed.
Yeah,
nice.
He definitely had an eye for it for sure. But Ink and Body Shop, Cornelius, North Carolina, come and see me if you want your next tattoo. I
asked you this earlier. How do you feel about being in Cornelius? It's a very white area, very rich.
It's super bougie where we are right now. There are outskirts to every place that you go to, you know. But it's a pretty bougie area. But I do like the fact that it's like in between Mooresville where I live and in between Charlotte where a lot of people know me, and I can get the business from both. Like it's not too far of a drive for either one. Yeah.
It's what, like 20 minutes between both?
Yeah, pretty much.
Very nice. Very nice.
Depending on the fucking
and
traffic.
That's one of the spots for Clutch is in Mooresville when I was going in there, which is I've now been to like almost all of y'all.
There's 2 in Mooresville.
There's 2
alone, yeah.
Where's the other one?
The one is on Williamson, and that's the one I always go to, and then there's another one on Plaza.
I don't know which one I went to. I went to one that was like it had its own turn into it. No, it was like near construction and shit. Like it had its own like turn into it, and it was right next to like a truck place.
Plaza.
Yeah. That place. So wait, never mind. Let's talk about Riff Raff. You're on fucking Riff Raff music video, which is like the randomest thing ever.
So if you didn't know, Riff Raff, he's come out with 2 very recent songs.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the one he just dropped, but the one before that, Stars in the Roof of My Car. I was in that one.
I thought it was so sick.
So many people sent that to me and was like, bitch.
Oh my God.
Like, is this you? And I'm like, yeah. And then I finally posted about it so that I like.
Did you have to sign an NDA where you can talk about it? Yeah.
I couldn't talk about it before it was posted. I couldn't post about it before it was posted or like before his song dropped. You definitely have to keep all things under wrap, but it's fucking Riff Raff, you know? Like,
he's a goofball.
Yeah. But he's just like that in person too. Like, he's a really big kid with just a lot of money.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
I heard he's a goofer. Yeah. He comes to North Carolina a lot. Where did he film that? Did he film that here?
Or
did you film
no, he filmed it here. He filmed part of it in Charlotte at the McLaren
at the
dealership.
Yeah.
They customized an all pink car for him because, you know, neon icon, you gotta have that shit. And the other one was at some garage type thing.
How did you even get linked up with that then?
Networking connections.
They found you, or did you find them?
They found me. But it was like his manager found somebody who knew who I was and was like, hey, I know a pretty girl
with tattoos.
That's
your fucking
you would like her in your video. Yeah. So like they hit me up and I went and it was a good time. It was a really good time. It was fucking cool. It was the first time I ever been in a Rolls Royce, by the way.
Really?
And
did you see all the stars and shit?
The shit, quite literally, the shit was so fire.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm so
my God.
jealous.
Yeah.
Whenever I see a Rolls pool, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah, I see. Charlotte has a couple of those motherfuckers. They be pulling. There's a service in Charlotte where you can like rent and they can drive you around like taxi. Yeah. In a Rolls Royce. I've always thought about that, but I'm like, I'm not bougie enough for that.
Yeah, you are.
Shut up.
Yeah, you are.
Shut up.
Miss, I got a Tesla on the way.
Okay, I did not say that. She did. Okay, guys.
I'm dead.
But you're the one who's a speed demon, so you'll like it. Yeah. I'm just not a car guy though. That's why I'm getting that car though.
I couldn't tell you the difference between like a Honda and a Toyota. Like they all look the fucking same to me. I am the worst person for them to be like, you know what car I drive? Like, how did you not see me? And I'm like, it looks all the same.
You know what I
me.
find
like,
funny? Have you ever had the guy who like flexes a car on you? Like use it as a vibe
Do you know where I'm from? Yes.
Yeah.
Literally everywhere.
How do you feel about that? Like truthfully, like is it like like an actual turn on, or is it like get the fuck out of here, you cornball?
Honestly, it's especially if it's loud, it's more of a get the fuck out of here. Like why do you need it? Why do you have to? You're not at a show. You're not like you're literally in the middle of town and you just want to rev it so people look at you. Like I honestly I've always hated that shit. If you're at a car show though, like that it's totally different. Like show me what your car can do or your truck or whatever. But honestly, if I see something really nice roll by, it's not even like, oh my God, it's a turn on. It's more or less like, I want that for me. Like, it's very much like, I'll check it out because I'm like, what can I have in the future? Like, what would I like? Do I like this style? What about this color scheme? Do I want lights underneath? Do I want it lifted? Like,
that's true. I feel like a person's car can tell you so much about them. And that's why I'm scared of when I get my Tesla, because people are going to be like, oh, look at this fucking cornball. I'm like, what's up? Yeah. I don't look like someone who drives one, though. Except for the Asian part. That I was gonna say, but you said it. You can be racist. It's cool. I give you the Asian pass. I give you the yellow card. Yellow card. Ocean Avenue. Yeah. I'm dead. How long did it take you to feel comfortable tattooing? Immediately. Really? Wow. Yeah. Like straight lines and shit. Straight lines are hard as fuck, y'all. No, it's so hard. Not for me, but that's because I have a very steady hand naturally. Do you practice on fake skin? Yes. Okay. But I practiced on fake skin maybe 3 different times, and then I took it to real skin, and it turned out great. You're a fucking baller, dude. That's so scary to me. It turned out great, and that's again, like not tooting my own horn, but tooting my own horn. Yeah, it came from. It was very. It was so natural. I was like, this is what I was born to do. That's fucking sick, because not everyone's gonna ever find that. But. Okay, so in your 6 months doing it, have you had any shit customers, without saying names? Like experiences? What are the worst type of customers? Have you had any? Honestly, experience-wise, no. They were all great, but... No one's smelly? No one, I took my shoe off. Shit-wise, though, like the ones that don't tip. Oh. What's a good tip percentage? 20, 30, 40? I mean, 20 and up. 20%'s nice, but even honestly, whatever you can do. Yeah. But going in, you should know that. Are there people that don't tip? Yeah. And that was probably because I haven't had a lot of bad experiences
at all. Like, I've been pretty lucky. But, like, if I had to rank the worst one, it's not even that bad. It's just the fact that they didn't tip. But they were all really young. And they were, like, door dashing to get the rest of the money for their tattoo anyways. So I was like, they made the experience great. The conversation was awesome. The pieces were great. They were all like, I don't really have anything bad to say. But I definitely think that no matter what, if you are a customer in the tattoo industry, you should know to tip your artist, period. Because honest, most of the shops, they do take a percentage out of you. So, like...
When did you get your first tattoo? Years ago,
when I was
right?
17.
Yeah, so you had it for like, oh my God, like almost a decade. You're old.
I know.
I'm old too. It's okay, we're all the same age. You're what, 96, right?
97.
You're 97?
97.
We're the same age?
I was born in January.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
So what, you
I'm
were
97.
born in 97?
Yeah,
month.
You fuck.
What month?
August.
That's why.
Do I not look like a Leo to you?
Oh, shit, so... maybe. I was like, maybe that explains everything.
You're not an Aquarius?
Yeah.
You do not give Aquarius vibes.
Yes, I do.
It's because you're damaged.
If
though.
you knew,
you're a damaged Aquarius.
So broken.
When did you get your first tattoo? Years ago,
when I was
right?
17.
Yeah, so you had it for like, oh my God, like almost a decade. You're old.
I know.
I'm old too. It's okay, we're all the same age. You're what, 96, right?
97.
You're 97?
97.
We're the same age?
I was born in January.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
So what? You
I'm
were
97.
born in 97?
Yeah,
month.
You fuck.
What month?
August.
That's why.
Do I not look like a Leo to you?
Oh, shit, so... maybe. I was like,
maybe
Aquarius? That explains everything.
You're not an Aquarius?
Yeah.
You do not give Aquarius vibes.
Yes, I do.
It's because you're damaged.
If you knew...
You're a damaged Aquarius.
So broken. I'm also... Let me be a hermit and live in peace.
How fast does your social battery run out? Like on a scale of 1 through 10.
You know my friend Ashley that I mentioned earlier?
Yes.
Social battery all night long.
That's
okay?
Me.
I also work every fucking morning, even on the weekends.
I don't know how the fuck you do this.
So I'll go out, social battery, like 11 o'clock. Like I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't go out ever.
I know. Honestly, why do you think I never do? Like,
yeah, that fucking is crazy. Rad. Inked Covergirl. You would love to do that, huh? It's kind of your goal.
You guys are listening.
yeah, you have a link, right?
Give me that cover. Yeah, so if you guys would, I'll
put it in the description box.
Okay. I am running to be Inked Magazine's next Covergirl. This is my, I think, 4th year running.
Fuck yeah.
It's a really tough competition. Do not get me wrong. I do have a link on my Instagram as well.
Okay.
But I will give it to you so you can post
we'll
it.
put
That'd
it in the description box right below Clutch.
You can vote every single day, once every 24 hours, but you can also pay for extra votes, and that's where it gets you, because I think that a lot of the competition, like, has been from people who know people who have money, who will like kind of pay for those votes to really give them a boost in that. But like I have the social media presence, so I'm just like, whatever you guys can do.
We get all the simps, all your little simpies, to make like 10 accounts each every day, just farm votes.
I think you have to do it. I think you have to do it like through your Facebook account. So I don't know.
Make 10 Facebook accounts.
I guess so. I guess that's what we're getting at.
I know you Sims already have fake Tinders, so like you got fake Facebooks. Come on, let's do this. Darren just messaged me saying, "How'd she do?" Thinking that this is over. He doesn't even know that we just started.
Yeah, because I work all day long, so then whenever I feel so
bad. We're gonna wrap this up quick. We won't do it too long. I feel bad.
But that's the thing. Like you shouldn't
feel
bad.
Drive after this.
I put this on myself, but I'm used to it. I am used to going all day long.
Let me just be nice. We're gonna end it right now.
And
Playboy. Yeah. That thing.
I am on Playboy Centerfold now.
How?
I am trying.
Centerfold, LOL.
Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
I applied. Had to send in a lot of my work and like what I do, and then they were like, we're gonna basically investigate your accounts, like see if you'd be a good fit.
Yeah.
Got accepted.
I'm so glad. That's sick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My next goal is to be an actual bunny.
Yeah.
I would love to be in their actual magazine.
Tattoo bunnies. I think like real tattoo.
So I'm also trying to bring a different look to a lot of like the different modeling industry.
Yes.
Because there aren't a whole lot of super tatted up models unless you are a tattoo model for something specific. Yeah,
gauges is a big one. I've never seen that.
I'm also starting to make my own attachments too.
Oh,
so
sick.
like, cause I was a hoop girl growing up.
Have you always kept that size?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I've had an inch for a long time.
Is that an inch?
Yeah.
Oh, I should know.
You're so
Asian,
funny,
bro. But yeah.
But no, like I make my own attachments too. So when I'm modeling, like I put pearls in, I put like moons and stars, like rhinestone shit. I'm gonna open my own shop eventually to sell my little attachments too, because
like
they're
an online shop or a physical. Online, right?
Probably an online. I might do like a pop up something, but that's like in the future. So it'll definitely
like
start
mass
online.
Produce and just do like 4 items. I know. And then that way, just be like because then people who want to support you or something like that can get into that. I think that'd be sick.
Well, I'm trying to bring tattoos into the modeling industry. Like, not saying that they're absent completely.
Yeah, there are some, but
like
it's very
you
niche.
don't see this on Victoria's Secret. You don't see this in Playboy. Like you don't, so it's like.
I have a good thing. I can't believe this. I think you would appreciate this, or I would view it the same way I would. I did a public podcast. I do these sometimes, and I'll go to college campus.
I've seen some of them.
Yeah, so I went to Georgia Tech, and you guys might know this episode who's listening. I went to Georgia Tech, and I asked these 2 Indian guys, great guys, very nice guys, and I asked them, I was like, all right, what would you rather have? And this wasn't even my question. This was a question from Google.
Right.
I asked them, would you rather have a really, really hairy girl, like hair everywhere, right? Or a really tatted up pierced girl?
Those are 2 completely different things.
And they chose hairy. I
You're
was like,
lying.
what the fuck? I was baffled. He even asked me how hairy, and I was like, liberal hairy, like a liberal girl, Like, I was like, bro,
like doesn't shave anything at all,
dude. Like I was like, you don't see. And I will say, when I was younger,
I have lost all faith.
I know. I've always been into white girls, but like when I was younger, I will say tatted girls, like even jerking off to like young porn, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're like fucking 15, I never deviated towards tattooed girls because it was intimidating. The moment I got my first tattoo, it became like an instant turn. Like now I look for girls with tattoos. Right. It's weird. It's weird that switch flips. So maybe it's because they're not like used to it.
So like my dad was pretty much completely covered.
Yeah, so you were used to it.
Yes, but I never saw it because my dad was also like a beefcake, like in and out of jail, like hella daddy issues.
We've discovered this last
time. He was also an amazing artist, not a tattoo artist. He was an amazing artist, and he brought art into my life with a different passion. And considering the fact that he had tattoos, I always say it word for word, verbatim. I'm like, it is my favorite form of self-expression, tattoo artistry. Like, it doesn't matter if you're getting something that doesn't mean anything to you, or if it means like something very symbolic behind it. Like, it doesn't matter what you get. You're expressing yourself, and it tells who you are, why you like something, where you come from, what you believe in. Like, I don't know. It's just.
I think art is just so unique.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it being done very well, too. I'm not talking basement tattoos or anything like that. Like, it being done really well, they're so beautiful. Doesn't matter what it is.
There is a slight nuance in the shitty basement tattoo where I'll see one, I'm like, you were going through some shit.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like it's definitely a good story to tell, but like, it's not.
Have you seen the world of shit tattoos? Like, I think there's an actual term for it.
There's a show on Netflix too where it's like people with bad tattoos come in and they get it like covered or something like that. But sick. I don't remember what it is, and there have been some really fucking bad tattoos.
So there's a terminology though. It's not so much that they're bad tattoos, but they're the type of tattoo. The type of I know, right? I swear, I feel like a naked Asian guy's behind here. Like he just like pops out, like the Hangover type beat. Yeah, Ken Jeong is in the back. There is a category that's like shit tattoos where it's like tattoos that have zero meaning. It'll be like a unicorn with a dildo on its forehead or some shit.
Which is like that's fine. I think you're still, to me, you're expressing your personality within that tattoo. Now, if it's done poorly and it looks like,
I see what you're saying.
If it looks like a narwhal or something that's lopsided, like it's just if it's done well, it doesn't matter if it's a unicorn with its dick on its forehead. Like,
how do you feel about stick and pokes?
Fuck that.
I hate them.
Fuck that.
I mean, if you do them, that's cool. Good for you. But like,
I think it's amazing too. I
Ew.
really do. But when I see them, I'm like, I could never.
No,
it's
it
like
looks so weird.
Dip, stick. I don't want. No, like I couldn't sit. I don't think I could sit through that. Not because like obviously like I can sit very like my angel wing took I think like 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah. Wow, 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fucking look at it. Like it. all the shading, all the lining.
Oh, it goes all the way up here?
Yeah.
Wow.
So like.
Okay, that makes sense then. If it goes all the way up there, fuck your phone. Is that?
Let me just, yeah.
Oh, my bad. Is
anyways,
it okay?
Yeah, it should be fine. Well, there's my mom and dad too.
Aw, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Rad fucking shirt, dude.
Yeah, dude. So, and it's funny, like, short story.
He's wearing a Monster shirt.
Yeah. He, loved Monster, period. Yeah. Like, got all the stickers, got all the gear. Because, like, he rode 4-wheelers all the time. So we grew up on that, or I grew up on that as well. Pretty much, but like a hardcore edgy Kyle as fuck. Like,
well, he's inked and shit.
Yeah. And so I grew up on 4-wheelers and like dirt bikes and like shit like that. And so he had all the gear, got me my own mini 4-wheeler with gear. But as soon as I started working for Bang Energy, he dropped all that shit. And
you worked for Bang?
I did for a while.
When did you work for Bang?
I'm still actually on their roster, low key. But
when did this be? We literally, I'm okay. I mean, I'm the worst person to say this, but me and one of my friends, shout out Griffin, you're definitely listening to this. We talk shit about Bang Girls. I'm so sorry. No, there's a reason.
Why?
Because the model of Bang is fucking corny. It's like, okay, this is how I view Bang as an outsider. They walk into your gym. They hire these girls, right?
The pretty girls.
Megan! And then the drinks taste like fucking cotton candy. It's like weird. Okay,
so they give away all of the worst flavors that they probably have, honestly.
I agree. There's one good flavor, and that's it.
I only started working for Bang Energy because it was the first energy, and Lord have mercy. Yeah. The first energy drink that I found.
Earlier, collab.
Shut up.
Fuck you.
It was the first energy. Yeah. Hey, yeah, I know.
I'm just playing. I'm playing RIP.
Yeah, I was like low key. So like my parents are dead. He's not funny. Okay, yeah, I know. Like cut that out. No, it was the first, along with like Clutch being the first coffee place that I ever liked. Bang Energy was the first energy drinks where I liked their flavors. Like Monster, to me, it tasted like piss. I grew up, my taste buds developed. So like, I honestly really like Monster and Rockstar and like Red Bull. Like I like.
Rockstar's the worst.
A small selection of their flavors is what I like, but I like stuff that's like really, really fruity. So
same, like my men. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like you. No, just
yeah. Oh
look
yeah,
at the
totally
pink hair.
agree. Duh.
Oh my god.
She's now fucking roasting me because I made that joke. Not just playing. That's weird though. I didn't like Bang that much. I like Ghost a lot.
I only worked for Bang for maybe like a year or so.
You're the only Bang girl that's normal. I have a theory that all Bang girls, except for you, are made in a fucking factory because they all act the same. They're all LA as fuck. They're all fake as shit.
Honestly, I feel like it's like almost worse than LA. It's like stereotypical LA because like LA, a lot of actual LA girls are like pretty dope as fuck, but it's like the fake stereotype of LA.
Yeah, they're what it seems like. I was like, would you rather? Would you rather, if you in an ideal world, have your tattooing career take off or your modeling career? Like, if you had to pick one. I know that's a tough one. Or would you want it completely down the middle?
I would love it to be down the middle, but like if you were pulling teeth and I actually had like life or death, I had to choose.
Gun to your head, you're like, yo, you can only pick one.
The tattooing, for sure.
Really?
Modeling definitely came first. It'll always have that special place in my heart.
It doesn't last as long as tattoos.
Well, not just that, but
got a kink for it.
I had a passion for tattooing before I ever even thought I could be a model. Like,
that's fucking sick.
Yeah. So like it's very deep rooted.
What speaking of, what makes you up girl or a guy, but mainly girls, wake up and be like, oh, I can model? Like what day?
It was not me because I still identify as an ugly person.
Shut up.
We've been over this.
Shut up.
Dude.
You still haven't shown me the shit.
You give me a second, like,
I was telling her about how busted I was in fucking college in earlier days. All my friends listening to this, y'all know what's up. White Loon was a fucking different breed, but and then she was like, "Oh, I'm like that too." I was like, "Ain't no fucking way. Don't play me right now."
I grew up the ugly duckling who had a hot cheerleader sister. So like,
oh really?
Yeah.
Was she blonde?
No, dark headed. We were all dark headed. But anyways, I was not cute until like 10th grade. And that's really saying something, honestly. And then, but anyways, So like the modeling started.
Yeah, when did it start?
On accident. Mm-hmm. Was not my choice at all.
Right.
I had a friend who like worked for who had a friend who knew a friend who knew somebody. No, he had a friend who like started her own line of clothing because she worked for like a clothing company, and her boss was like, you can come out with your own line, but you got to get your own models. And he was like, I have a pretty friend. And so he came to me and he was like, hey, I signed you up for something. And I was like, what? And he was like, don't be mad at me, but we have to go to Atlanta, Georgia, like tomorrow.
What?
And I was like, what? Yeah.
Whoa.
And so I went super cringy for my first time. But as soon as I got home to North Carolina and like posted about it, left and right, I was just getting hits. Yeah.
From Instagram or from what?
Instagram.
Facebook? Oh, wow.
Instagram. And it wasn't, like a surplus, but it was like here and there I was like, could I really make something out of it, out of this? So then like I got onto social media and I made a presence for myself. And I also
kicked out of social media.
Social media. Yeah.
You got kicked out
kicked off a few times. I started networking and building it, and I became more comfortable with myself, and I was able to express myself, and I was like, oh my God, like, am I kind of cute? And
look in the mirror one day. Oh my God.
I was like, can I really do this? Like, can I really be a model? Yeah. And then I was like, That's dope. I'm bringing in the tattoos because I was like, I've always loved body art. Like I'm gonna mend my two worlds together.
That's genius. So
it just like, the more and more I started keeping my presence on social media, which I absolutely loved because I could be myself. And I didn't have a lot of friends growing up because I was just a fucking weirdo, honestly. And I don't know, like I just
ran with it.
Yeah, and
I'm still waiting for my aha
consistent.
moment.
Yeah, no, like
no, so I tried modeling. I have modeled before, but I tried getting into an agency because someone recommended me, and the agency said I was too short. So I was like, fuck.
Yeah, so I could never do runway. Yeah. I'm like pushing on 5'6". So
yeah, but at least you could, as a girl, height, you can still model. For a guy, I'm fucked.
You can do, or like I can do like commercial and print, right. But runway, I could never unless they really lower their standards. Because you have to be 5'8", like at the lowest.
Hear me out. I get rich as fuck, and we get rich as fuck, and we open a short person line. Yeah. Where it's like, if you're not fucking 5'8" and under, you're not getting in, okay? You're not in this club, and it's fucking like, we are pretentious as shit, but only towards tall people. And we call it like short kings and queens or some shit like that. That'd be gas, bro. Yeah. Like a clothing line or some shit.
This is for all my short A's.
Yeah, and then like big brands like fucking like Balenciaga and shit will make clothes just for short people. That'd be go hard as fuck.
Balenciaga was fucking canceled. Did you not get the memo?
Because of the kid shit?
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
But it was terrible. So wrong.
It was terrible.
It really was wrong.
Like let's talk about this for a second.
I don't know who came up with the idea and was like, this is such a good idea.
I was about to say that. Could you imagine the fucking conference room at meeting, and he's like, yo, honestly, let's throw this kid right there.
And everybody's like, yeah.
That's a great idea. Right around fucking sex toys. Yeah, I'll burn my Balenciagas. I'll just throw them away.
So this was actually one of my first like modeling pictures.
What do you mean? You look great.
It's still very cringy to what I
do
now.
You don't look like you. You do look like you, actually. Kind of. You look like...
I look so uncomfortable, though.
Yeah, a little bit, but not... Like, you look really pretty. What do you mean? You here... Okay. I'm now watching... an early 2000s movie with a bunch of white people. There's a love interest. She's the girl next door. She's like like that. And then boom, she got fucked up.
I got fucked up.
You got fucked up. Like you got problems. Oh, and then now you're fucking inked. And now like it's a different vibe now completely. Because over there it was very like girl next door.
You're not ready for this one.
So she looked very girl next door, and now she looks edgy, which I like. No way. I love that. Okay, now we're getting into the nitty gritty. Can I show the camera?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, guys. Talk about a glow up.
Oh man.
Dang, that's crazy. I could see it.
Yeah, it was.
That's crazy.
Not my finest moments. But having like
By the way, when I say fucked up, I meant it in a good way.
No, I get it.
Yeah, like
having a really pretty cheerleader sister.
You look good there, but the last one was
bad for me.
That one wasn't bad. That's not bad.
Dude.
The girls like that and that second one were girls that I was too scared to talk to. But the first one, I would not be scared to talk to.
I'm surprised anybody was friends with me just because, like, I don't know. Like, not only was I weird, but then it's like I wasn't cute. So
what weird things did you do as a kid?
I was very... weird. Yeah, like, just... I didn't do normal people stuff. Like, I liked doing stuff for humor. Like, I was always kind of like the class clown kind of thing. So I was always just dope. Like open, but nobody liked that because they were like, what's wrong with this girl? But then on top of not being cute, I was just like an outcast. I've always been a black sheep. So
what was your first boyfriend? What age?
Oh my God. Honestly, kindergarten, but he was also another weirdo.
But that doesn't count. I'm talking about
so like real, like,
Did you date in high school or college?
Yeah, I dated in high school. My first relationship was in middle school, but that one counted because like we started off as really good friends and carried it into high school on and off.
Similar to me.
But we carried it into high school. We stayed like best friends as adults. We're no longer friends.
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. No. It was that's just how life is. Yeah. But that one I think is the one that counted for me. But he was also kind of a weirdo and had his own glow up too. So it was like we were two ugly people that like got together.
Aww. And now you guys are both pretty. I'm sure. Is he pretty?
I don't know. I don't keep tabs anymore, honestly.
Yeah. I don't either.
Everybody's beautiful.
Have you ever ran into someone from back in the day, like in your recent years? It's always weird.
Like how back in the day?
Well,
high school back in the day.
High school or middle school? Yeah.
Middle school, not really, because I usually don't. That's a hell of a glow up. Yeah, so I like don't really recognize you if we did go to middle school together.
Glow up,
High school, all the time.
Yeah.
That tiny town, I'm telling you, I can't escape it.
Oof.
I run into people all the time.
Were you ever there? In that tiny town?
I lived there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's where I like grew up.
Got it, heard it. All right, connected the dots.
So that's why anytime I came out about anything, they were like, who does she think she is? Like, what is she doing?
Now, so many other things that you probably can't connect with me, but a lot of other things are connecting the dots right now in my head that you've told me. I'm like, okay. Now I see the distance and where it was and stuff. Yeah.
And it's very like small town minded.
Very small.
So like there is no like being a social media influencer. There is no like I don't know, like really growing your career and being somebody. Mm-hmm. Like not just being successful, but like being a name that everybody knows. That like doesn't exist. And then like if you do come out with anything, they hella judged. So much judgment.
Yeah. Isn't that shitty?
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Extremely.
I hate judging. I hate people who judge and are closed-minded. You got something going on? Do we need to close it up?
No. Hold on.
All right. While she's doing this, guys.
Please hold.
I'm going to do an ASMR. Oh, are we done? Yeah. I was going to make bubbly noises.
That one was probably extremely loud for ASMR.
Yeah, I know, right? I can't do it.
Like a children's fart.
Oh. Yeah, you said that you like the country and small town though.
I think it's beautiful. I like open spaces. I also want a farm because I have this thing.
But like,
dude,
driving like 30 minutes.
I got a thing for cows. Okay.
Really?
Yes.
That's your goal?
I don't know. If
like
you obviously if you obviously don't pay attention to my Instagram, I post cows and cats every day of my life.
I know the cats. I didn't know the cows though.
Yeah, I want like a Highland cow, the long shaggy haired cows.
Oh,
the little floofers.
Have you ever been to Lazy Five Ranch?
Yes.
That shit goes hard.
Have you ever been during Christmas time?
No.
They have their animals out with the lights. Like if you like drive through like Tanglewood, but then you get to a portion and then like they're all just like sleeping outside and shit.
That's
I've been to Tanglewood.
Okay, that's cool.
I've been to Tanglewood multiple times, but I'm like tired of it. It's the same every year.
So
Lazy Five Ranch, go there during Christmas time. They have their own light thing, and it's even cooler.
You ever had an animal attack you? or like try to like fucking like
yes.
Yeah.
I've like, have you ever felt a cow tongue? Yeah. Have you ever felt a giraffe tongue?
No.
Bro. Okay, so at the Lazy 5 Ranch, after you get done driving through or whatever, you like park your car, you walk in and they have like their giraffe exhibit. Bro, it's like seeing I'm being dramatic, but it's like seeing a dinosaur in real life for the first time. Yeah. They're huge. Their heads are bigger than like my entire body, and they love carrots. And I go to feed one, and its tongue just like a cow, but longer and thicker, and it just like wraps around your entire hand, and it's dude.
I've seen it.
It was an experience for sure.
One, but I've never seen its tongue.
They're crazy.
It is kind of prehistoric, like dinosaur. Like same with crocodiles. Them shits are scary as motherfucker.
Yeah, I've seen them obviously behind like glass cages, but
well, you were like, from Florida, though.
Yeah, but as a kid, it's kind of like you don't realize how big they really are when they're like walking in front of you. But when you're an adult, you're like, holy shit!
Would you ever
like,
swim with the sharks?
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
I would too.
Maybe in a full chain bodysuit, but yes, like.
I'd be getting scared, but I want to.
I also am the kind of person who I look up the bad things that happen during these experiences, like plane crashes, train wrecks, like the worst car crashes possible,
9/11.
like freak accidents. Stop it. Too soon? No. Just like the worst things that can happen, like freak accidents with like normal touristy situations. Oh my God, I've seen so many like swimming with shark things go wrong.
Yeah. But you're like, fuck yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm like, holy shit, I could.
Seeker.
Because here's what I think. If I'm to go out that way, God has made it my mission to go out that way.
You know how rare it is to get eaten by a shark?
But not, yeah, for sure. But, you know, in these freak accidents, they think you're probably food.
Yeah.
But either way, you know how cool my fucking obituary would be?
Yeah, I'd go hard as fuck.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'll take it.
Yeah. It'd be even cooler if you killed it with you. Like, you're like, yeah, I took it down.
No, because then they'll hate me. She was a shark hater. Like,
nah, that's a warrior's death.
PETA would come after my ghost.
Yeah, I eat pita bread. It's fine. I don't give a fuck.
I don't think I even like pita bread.
You don't like pita bread?
I don't know.
But you don't eat anything, bro. You're fucking weird. We were talking about this shit a second ago.
I eat like I have no culture. I really do. But like
what foods do you like?
I love like
bread.
No. So my two favorite foods are actually made by people who are dead. And it was my mom and my grandfather. My papa made the best like Spanish chili.
Okay.
And then my mom made...
A little culture.
Do what?
I said a little culture.
A lot of culture. He also like did these crazy like pig roasts. And
there you go.
That was really, really good. But anyways, it was my papa's chili and my mom's Spanish bean soup.
So you're cultured in terms of like Hispanic food, but bro, you never had Asian shit, bro. What the fuck?
I like hibachi.
And you watch it. What the fuck kind of shit is this? You watch anime and you're over here watching
I don't
hibachi,
I never
bro.
liked I don't know. I never liked like wonton. I never liked sushi. I like
burgers. That's how I feel when you said you like hibachi. I like burgers too.
I know. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm fucking with you. Yeah, you live right by Charlotte, which is like the heart of fucking Anthony. Were you ever on dating apps when you were like?
Ew, yeah, I was on Tinder for a little while.
Yeah, I
never connected with anybody though.
Okay, facts. So, Tinder is dangerous. We were talking about this with my my last podcast because she was a single girl that was like also on dating apps, but she was telling me like she's only on there for validation, right? And I had realized how fucking like no, it's true.
I don't know why it just registered what you said to me. I was like, yeah. Oh wait, what?
Yeah. For me though, I realized as I'm getting older how toxic that shit is, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dating without meeting someone
rare.
Organically is just so toxic.
I was like, it is very rare that people like find love and they get married from a dating app.
Yeah.
But
not that it's impossible.
I don't know. Like I got a bunch of hits, but no one organic.
Right, have you ever had like what was the worst? It doesn't have to be on a dating app, but what was the worst pickup line you ever like memorable or a memorable like guy opening line? Nothing memorable. No like extra creepy guy. Like even in person, like
any
he hit on you.
Unsolicited dick picture at all. Any like.
Do you ever like look at it from like let's say like you're just eating and then you're like. oh, that's a mushroom. Like, you just, like, think it's, like, food, you know, because they all kind of look like mushrooms, you know what I'm saying? Especially if they're small. They just look little mushrooms. That's what I think, bro. I'm, like, thinking of the dick pics. I'm like, yo, y'all ever just look at it, just look like it's
No, I'm just, like, it just immediately, like, you're labeled as a fucking creep.
That's
like,
true.
If she asks for it, one, as a male, don't you think, don't you...
There's rare. It's rare. I think only 20% of girls I've ever talked to.
Regardless, wouldn't it make you feel so much better if they actually asked for it rather than you being like, I'm gonna be super. Oh no,
that's what I'm saying. My point is to not even send it because barely any girls actually ask for it even then. Also, dicks aren't pretty.
Yeah, they are.
I don't think so.
They can be. Not all of them.
They can be.
But like.
You must be fucking with like the fucking 1% of dicks because I've watched a lot of porn
no,
and dicks on porn are terrifying, guys. It is scary. Dude, I have a bit in my comedy.
So called
I have a bit
now.
in my comedy that I am the pickiest person and I knew that when I was watching porn. I go through fucking pages before I can jerk off to a fucking porn, dude. I don't. I'm like Goldilocks. The dick can't be too big. It can't be too small. It can't be too dark. It can't be too light. It's gotta be just right. It's gotta be just right for me.
That's fine though. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. Some people like it all. Some people like.
Well, I gotta be able to fantasize, you know. And then if I'm seeing a fucking 9-inch black dick, I'm like, this is never gonna be me.
You need a relatable penis.
I need a relatable penis. I need a solid 2-inch Asian penis. Okay, guys. I know it's really hard. That's why I can't find a video. My God. You know how rare that is.
Okay. Anyways.
No. But yeah, I always thought it was funny whenever I would go out and I would see like you witness. I people watch a lot,
Same.
So I'll witness like it's my favorite thing to do at bars. But like there's like a creepy ass dude, and he's just dude, I've gotten sexually assaulted by a gay dude. Yeah, I'm sure you've had experiences like this. It wasn't like essay like fucking
yeah.
But I'm sitting at the bar. I've definitely told this story before. I'm sitting at the bar. And the girls I was with wanted me to get them drinks. Like they gave me the money, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go outside to get a booth." I was like, "All right, cool." So I'm sitting here by myself, and I'm a social guy. I see a dude, older dude, like slightly bigger, and I'm just like, "Hey, how's your night? Like, hey, how's your night been? I see you're alone too." And he just like chuckles and smiles at me, and I was like, "All right, cool." So then I started talking to the guy on the right of me, and he's just like, white dude. So we start talking, and all I feel is this hand out of nowhere rub on my back from my left side that I'm turned away from now. And I turn, and you watch SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know that episode where it's like, "Hi, how are you?" That's what it fucking sounded like. And I was like, I have a SpongeBob tattoo.
Straight up Jeffrey Dahmer vibes.
Did I ever show you this? My SpongeBob?
Oh my God, it's the
meme.
Like one of my faves. That.
But anyway, so yeah, it's I have been essayed. Has that happened to you? I'm sure, because you're a girl. Like a guy like has unsolicitedly touched you. Like unconsented, I mean.
No, but I think maybe it's because like I'm either intimidated or always just with enough people. Like maybe I intimidating.
Intimidating, yeah. You were like, nah, she's gonna fucking.
Yeah,
I don't.
Knife. I mean, I honestly don't know. Because yes, I would. Damn. But no, I've had my ass smacked, but that's about it.
That's pretty essay though.
I mean, true.
That's super essay.
But I mean, they got kicked in the nuts regardless.
Oh,
and then they're like, "Oh my God, what happened?" I'm like, "Don't fucking touch me."
I find it like what.
But that's only happened like once. So.
Yeah, but what in your life makes you think that's okay? Like a guy, you know?
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Weird.
I don't know. I know that alcohol be getting into people's systems and just make them act like they probably wouldn't when they're sober.
Yeah.
But it's still not okay.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Or drugs. I can't.
Well, more alcohol. I don't.
I'm thinking like what drugs. You're right. It is mostly alcohol. I feel like if you're on drugs, you're just on another level. You're on like something else. You're just
you're not here.
Shit. I spedball once, doing coke and fucking Xanax, which is the worst idea ever. You know my experience. I hate Xanax.
That's not.
And
good.
I fucking broke down and I made a line of both. And dude, I literally felt like I was gonna feel God. Like I could have died in that moment and just been like, fucking like I was. God.
You wouldn't have known either. Yeah, you wouldn't have even known you were dead. Yeah.
I was debating on jumping off this balcony. That was like a fucking 3-story or like in the mountain house. I was just like,
God.
I was like, dude, I feel like my head. It wasn't even in like a depressing way. It was like I could land that. I could totally do that.
He said, "You want to see me do 2 backflips as I go down?" Like,
yes, on some frat shit.
Way too much courage right there.
Facts. You never went to college, right?
I went to college.
You did?
I went to college while I was in high school.
Fully?
No.
Oh.
Like, I didn't go off to college.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I started off at the early college.
Okay.
For my 9th and 10th grade year, I think.
Yeah.
Then went
pre-com
to
college.
Yeah. Then went to normal high school, my 11th and 12th grade
Oh, that's
year.
weird. Hop back.
I got kicked out.
Of the early college? Fuck did you do?
For drugs.
What? Fire trucks?
For drugs.
For drugs?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like doing drugs?
No, it was weed. But they were like super pristine, and it wasn't even
like you smelled like weed.
Well, I always smell like weed. I literally smoked and went into class, and they always. My teacher like knew. He was like really fucking cool about it, but like
I used to be high as fuck.
He would literally walk to the back of the class and be like, and that would be my key to spray something. But one morning, I don't know what it was like. We were the friend group that like filled our water bottles with alcohol.
What the fuck,
dude? I don't fucking
Y'all are
know.
Rowdy, bro. We were small town girls.
We weren't rowdy. We were broken.
Yeah,
it was a bunch of trauma kids, is what it was. So we just didn't fucking care, and it was like guys and girls like in our friend group. So it was like that's what we did. But like all of us smoked.
Some euphoria shit, bro.
And so I skipped my morning class one day and went with a kid, and for some reason I wasn't in the right headspace. For some reason thought it would be a good idea to follow him into the boys' locker room to smoke more weed.
Oof.
And then they like checked the cameras. I was mainly deemed guilty by association. They couldn't find anything on me. It was it was one of those things.
But they still kicked you out?
Yeah. I tried to appeal it. It didn't matter. I was suspended for a year. Couldn't come back. Could come back to the college once my suspension was up, but couldn't go to my high school college. So I had to go to regular high school. But the kicker was the principal at the time tried to be super sketchy and break our whole friend group up. That best friend of mine back in middle school called his parents and was like, Sylina tried to rat you out. Like, that never fucking happened. One, I'm no rat. Two, I would just never do that, especially to a friend. Yeah. Like, not only would I never rat, but I'd never rat on my friends. And we had been friends for years. We grew up together. So like it was insane.
That's crazy.
And they believed her.
Oof. And you're like 15 at the time. That's a fucking tough age to be dealing with that kind of trauma.
It fucking sucked. And I already had like trauma, abandonment issues, like all kinds of shit. And I was like, icing on the cake.
That's crazy.
So
you have a wild upbringing.
Yeah.
And you know what I will commend you on and almost like give you your flowers on? That you're, I mean, I'm not going to say you're like super put together or anything, but you're very well matured and put together for someone who has been through so much trauma.
Yeah.
Even on the last podcast. Like the shit that you told me.
It's mainly because I was given all these examples of like who I didn't need to be and like what I didn't need to like.
That's
I
a
definitely
glass half
wanted
full mentality though.
Yeah,
not everybody has that.
I definitely wanted to overcome everything that had been like all the cards that had been dealt in my life. Like I want to make a good life for my future kids. Like,
did you get any mental illness from these experiences? Like diagnosed, not like self-diagnosed.
I stay away from the doctor.
Okay, same.
So,
ignorance is bliss, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yes, sir.
My therapist back in the day, because I was forced to go to therapy for a couple months until I was like, I'll fix myself.
At what age?
Around
16?
like 16.
16, yeah.
She basically told my grandmother that, like not only do I have anxiety, but, like that's manageable, but that I had depression based off past trauma. And I was like, no, it's fine. Like, I'll be fine. And so,
do you think that there's any truth in that now as a 26-year-old? Because I
think I'm in denial.
I don't know if you have it, but I don't know you well. But off of what I know, if you do have it, you manage it really well.
I try
for someone who isn't medicated. But then you just smoke, so you're good.
Yeah, I was like, I even with anxiety, like they tried to medicate me as well, and I was like, I don't want to rely on something for the no. I didn't want to rely on anything for the rest of my life, so I was like, pass.
Yeah, I'm not
like,
a big.
I will just raw dog this mental illness myself, and I do. Like I have very low lows that I feel like I almost can't get out of. But then it's like I am also a very self-aware person, so I know good techniques to try and heal yourself. But it's also like I love my parents to death, you know, rest in peace, but it's like, I don't ever want my life to be like what I had. Yeah. So, you know, I may get to that point where I'm like fucking taking shots in the morning, like in the middle of the day, and then like wanting to like just stay inside and cry myself to sleep on the couch. And like, there are those days and it is really hard, but it's like, I basically like, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is not what you're supposed to be doing.
Damn,
like,
you're an inspiration for a lot of women that are, well, think about it. How many people are like that though?
I don't know.
If I was dealt the same shoe, I'd fucking
I also think I have too much pride because I know that I've come this far, and I'm like,
pride's a good thing.
I'm not going to be that person that they tell stories about where they're like, yeah, you know, I thought she was going to be so great, and then she's an addict. Like, I don't want to be that person.
Well, it's almost like not shocking that way. Where here, when what you're doing is shocking and it's impressive. Where like if you were the addict and shit, you'd be like, that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know, like
I guess so. Yeah, I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
I really don't. I don't want those stories to be me. So I'm like, pass.
That ain't you.
Yeah, it ain't me. It ain't me.
It ain't me.
It ain't me.
But yeah, trying to think of anything else before we close this up. We're about hit an hour. You have anything? Anything you want to talk about?
No.
She has a kink for ink. For ink.
Dude, you've gotten my tagline wrong almost like half times. I was like half
absolutely.
the times you've said them.
I'm not from this country. Give me a break.
The whitest Asian ever.
Shut the fuck up. You're a piece of shit. She's a closet Asian.
Told myself
You're a closet
that every
Asian.
day of my life.
You fuck. She's closet as fuck. She doesn't want to admit she's Asian. You watch like anime and shit, bro.
That doesn't matter. That's just being a nerdy kid.
Your eyes are like slightly slanted. You're just fucking faking it right now, bro.
My eyes disappear when I smile, period. It's these chubby ass cheeks of mine, okay? That's what it is. Like, they're just like, so happy.
All right, we'll close it up early because I know it is getting late. All right, guys, follow her social medias. A Kink for Ink
is my tattoo
is
Instagram.
The tattoo Instagram. The actual Instagram is?
My modeling Instagram is it's Sylina Saurus, like the dinosaur.
Yeah, can you spell that?
ITSSYLINASAURUS.
Yes, and I'll have the links in the description box for her pages and also to vote for her for Inked Covergirl. Mm-hmm. And is there another one we can vote for? I think there's another one I'm missing, right? No. I thought Maxim? No.
No, that was a past one.
Yeah, that was a past one. That was last year.
Lost.
Fuck them.
Also lost.
You're better than that. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for tattooing me. Oh my God, it was so much fun.
Oh my God, thanks for being a supporter.
Oh, I gotta go get your change. All right, bye guys. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.